Hello Libra, and welcome to your weekly reading here on the Astroflower. We're going to be doing old school this week in a different way in which we used to do in the past. It's coming back on the table, which is really nice. Have you seen what's going on the sun? What? The blazes? I've worked it out over I've been desperately trying to do a video on cymatic TV. And there's just so much going on the sun. Just there's you jumping out. There's so much going on in the sun that's it's difficult to get the information out because there's so much more new information coming out. But you'll see a video on the energies that's coming from the sun and how it's going to affect your chakras and your aura system, and also the earth and stuff like that, and how it's been affecting us, because we're in a geomagnetic hurricane at the moment. That's the best way to describe it. Coming from the sun, and we're going to be in that hurricane for the next sort of 3 or 4 days, right up to the middle of next week. So it's going to be really affecting all of things, and most of the readings this week have all been about preparing oneself for like a burst of activity. And I think this is like, it's almost as if like the car's spinning its wheels in place, ready to take off, and at one point it's going to go like that. You'll see a lot of that information on cymatic TV. As I say, we're going to go old school, so let's just bring up your flower here. The main energies that is affecting is the air and fire. That's the main energies that are affecting on the from that energy coming from the sun at the moment. And obviously you are 100% air. You're a pure air sign. You're also cardinal. So I think it's going to help you, and you probably found that this week, that it's easier for you to take a direction and follow it, basically, more than anything else. You do have a lot of air as well within you, but the thing you are missing is that fire, that passion to get on. If you're mentally engaged in something, it's very easy for you. But sometimes for long-term projects, you've got to be passionately involved for long term, as it were. You can't switch off, and sometimes that can be a little bit difficult for you. And every sign has its plus and its minuses here. So you've got your fire, which we can see here, going from your past self to your future self. And this is where I think you should get into the passion of the idea of kind of going, what I've done in the past, I'm not going to redo, and I want to explore the future and learn and learn and explore your future. And I think that's where your passions will come into place. On your relationship side, it should be very much mutable, and on your financial side, it should be much more sort of squared off and fixed, because it's fixed fire that comes in there. On your monthly readings, you had the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups on your relationship side here. And this is all about you taking a direction with joy, and it's got to come from you here. It's not going to come from the outside. It's coming from within you, and this is all about that preparing for that explosion of that activity, that really vibrant energy that could come through. And on your financial side, you had the Two of Wands and the Two of Wands. So it's all about planning. That's what that squared off fire is all about. Putting into action a plan for your future, basically. So let's get on with the reading here. We've got the overall energies here, the karmic message on your relationship side, karmic message on your financial side, influence from the universe, influence from past self, future self, general outcome, relationship side, financial side. Okay, let's just get in and get that message out of the overall energies. This is like a star. It's like a crystal. It's like, it's really radiating. It's it's trying, the overall energies around you, and this is the energies that are immediately around you, are trying to make you shine, trying to encourage you to be, to radiate this beautiful crystal clear energy that's going forward. 10 of Cups, happiness after difficulty. This is what I think the overall energy is trying to make you do. Radiate that beautiful energy, which comes with the 10 of Cups. This feeling of releasing or freedom that's within you from something that's been difficult. And now you can almost, like, you can breathe, and You can see clearly now, the rain has gone. That's the sort of thing I can, I feel is coming from you. Let's see what's going on in your karmic path there, in your relationship side. Yeah, like it's something like you know where your emotions, how to put your, I think you've got to know where to put your emotions into and where not to, and being very regimental about your emotions of how you apply them within the relationships that are around you. Yeah, the moon. Yeah, he's learning and bringing to the fore, and this is where you get the mutable water, mutable air, and the mutable fire here coming up through you, and it is going to be pulling up a lot of emotions at the moment from that is deep within you, or maybe that you've never even recognized before within you, and it's allowing you to be very clinical or regimental about your emotions, so you don't get lost in this beautiful energy that's coming through. And I think this is where, as it releases a lot, it allows this hidden energies to come through within your life. On your connection to the universe in regards to your relationships, I think it ties in with the Ten of Cups here. It's sort of saying it's trying to help you to believe again in your love, in love itself, or helping you to believe in love. Basically, it's like refueling your passion for with for being with people, to having a convivial life of really enjoying connections with other people that are around you. Ace of Swords, real victory for you there, most definitely. Um, it's a new, the universe is bringing in coincidences here that's going to make you feel like you've got this crowning glory from within you. And that's, I think that's what's coming to the surface from your past self. It's been work. I think you've had to work a lot at relationships or emotions and stuff like that. I think it's been a lot of work. Yeah, there's been a lot of heavy work. 10 of pages, 10 of wands. I think you've taken on maybe a way too much, and this is what I was talking about, putting a bit of order into your emotions. This is what seems to be on the karmic path. There's too much that you've been carrying in the past. This is going to help you to cut through the mist and to cut through the problems in life, so you can really go on to what you really want to be living in the way of relationships. And that's going to allow you, because you've got to let go of of things that you've been carrying in the past. What's your future self? This is really nice. This is like, yes, and I've made it sort of scenario. It's like, yeah, it's been a long, dark night of the soul. I think this is what this is all about here. I think you're learning a lot about this deep emotions that are within you. And I also think in the future here, you're learning about your shadow side. We all have it. Learning about how that we can all do. We can create a scenario, or we have ways in which we engage in emotions and relationships in life. Everybody has their own particular way of doing it, but we know sometimes when we're doing ourselves wrong, or uh, and when someone really doesn't annoy you, they really do annoy you. It's like everybody, that is, and that brings out that shadow side. And I think you're learning about that to not allow it to affect you going forward. The general outcome here is a real steady, progressive path towards that. That is that's coming out of that, and this is like the releasing of like a barrier or chains and stuff like that. That's what it seems like here with the Ace of Pentacles, with the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, now learning about these emotions that you're bringing to the surface, and obviously there's quite a lot there with the Ten of Wands and the Hermit card there, from your past and into your future. Now you're getting this lucky break in a way of how you connect it to the physical world, how you connect all of these sort of emotional sort of sides to the physical world, and learning about applications of your emotions. And this is what I meant about it being squared off in a way. The emotions that you're understanding this week of where best to put them and where not to put them in life. And I think this is going to make you a lot happier and a lot more in control about what you live and experience, basically. On your financial side, on your karmic path, choices here, and they're very defined choices within your life. It's a choice maybe of that we'll be celebrating. You want to celebrate your your attributes. I think that's what you want to do here, and there is choices in the way in which you do this. I think there's some very serious plans around you, and it's a case of networking a little bit. You know what you're good at, you know what you can do, and now it's a case of getting out there, networking, connecting with people in order to get those opportunities that you have within your grasp to really bite and take form and start progressing on. From the universe, what's happening with the universe here? Seems to be bringing you abundance more than anything else. It's sort of saying, do you need this? Do you need that? Do you need this? Do you need that? Sort of scenario. Yeah, judgment. This is a real calling to this, I think. It's the universe here is backing up that Ten of Cups by sort of saying it's giving you a very clear divine path that you should be following. And I think that's with the coincidences that are around you will make it blatantly obvious to you. So I would follow that. Your past self, you've been going quickly and quickly and quickly, and sometimes going quickly, yeah, needs to be done. But also sometimes is you miss the little detail that you're going to need in order to progress in the future. So you might have been really, really going fast in the past, but now you need to go slow in the future, sort of scenario. Yeah, this is where don't hold on to recipes that in the past that you apply to the now, because as the energy is changing here, I think your past self here, I think you've got to be very selective about what you've engaged in or what you bring from the past into your future. And this is what the Four of Pentacles, that's what the four, within your Astroflower, you've got that fixed fire, there. And that's what that's all about. It's being the Four Pentacles, four corners. And it seems like that seems to be a repeated thing here. But you're learning about how you put your passions into your physical world and being very selective about the way in which you do it, more than anything else. Your future self here, this is what this is all about. This Ten of Cups, I think here, there is one particular cup. There is a pathway that's going to become, with all of what's going on the base here, and this is what all the preparation is about. I think your future, it becomes very obvious the path that you should be taking. And that's what I call the evident path, the Seven of Cups. Yeah, freeing yourself up. I think the problem when we feel trapped is because, we could do this, we could do that, we could do so many different things. And I think this is a bit of a trap for you in particular, Libra. If you've got too many things to do, you feel like you're boxed in. And I think that's what's coming to an end with this judgment call here and you getting out there and networking. There's a real change that's happening within your life in regards to your engagement in the material world. And the outcome is a real offering. This is the outcome of this week, which I think is going to set you free for the going future. It's like the Ace of Cups, really. Ah, there you go. Yeah, it's like the Ace of Cups. I said like the Ace of Cups. And it is very much like that. But look at the two cards at the top, 2 pages. Real learning curve about the physical and the emotional world here, and how you square them off together, because you have that water and that earth that comes underneath that petal there. And this is where I think with this, and I think this is where it brings in that happiness. You're going to start realizing that some things are a lot more possible than seemed possible in the past. And it's just waiting for you. That's all it is. You know where it is. You just need to go after it. You need to go off on an adventure, and you need to provoke it. Let's just do a bit of clarification with the Light Seers card, 7 of Cups. This is what I was talking about over here. The pathway is becoming very, very obvious for you, both on your financial side, as on your relationship side. Because look at that past. Yeah, that's really sort of heavy going. And look at that future. Is very responsible, very heavy going as well. But it can be a lot of fun if you really get in alignment with these cups that seem to be flowing through the middle of you. And that's what you got to allow to come out of this transition, the joy and the happiness, I think, more than anything else. Yeah, these things that are coming to the surface on your relationship side about what you've invested in or you've been carrying too much about, and also learning about your dark side, like everybody. I think that's what's going to bring you in healings, but it's going to bring things to the surface you've never really seen before within you, and realizations that makes you kind of go, yeah, that's really liberating as an idea and as an emotion. With the Ace of Swords, it's for you to choose. This is it. You've got to choose that victory, that crowning glory within you. As I said, it's waiting just for you. And I think that's what the universe is trying to sort of instigate within your life. This 10 of Wands, yeah, I think you carried way too much emotions in the past, and trying to do too much emotionally in the past in one foul swoop, and it ended up. So you take on a lot of water, and that just ends up blocking the river or the source, because there's too much of it. It's like a sink. When you see the water going down, if you pour a load more water down, you don't see that vortex anymore. So Hermit, you get the seven of Swords. Ultimately, because you know your dark side, you'll know your light side, because the Hermit is following that star, following the ultimate goal, basically. And that's where you're going to have to play smarter. And I think this is where you are learning a lot about that. And this is a blessing in disguise. This is what has gone on in the past. That is a real blessing in disguise for you, to open up something that makes you a lot more intelligent about how you apply your emotions into life and how you don't apply your emotions in life. I think that's really important to know both sides of the coin, which we can see in the Page of Pentacles. It is going to breed. I think you're bringing this off. You've got to go and offer your heart. I don't think it's coming into for you, because you are learning about it. And it's something very physical. You've got to go after it. You've got to go on this mission. You've got to choose to do it in regards to your relationship side. Look at that. You've got the Ace of Swords, 2 of Swords, 3 of Swords, 4 of Swords. Blimey. Look at that. That's quite mad. Ace of Swords, 2 of Swords, 3 of Swords, 4 of Swords. Now, if that is not a progressive lesson that you are really getting to grips with, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. It's brilliant, I think, for you. Absolutely brilliant. It makes for the 7 of Swords. That's what it does. It makes for the 7 of Swords. And I think you've got to go ahead and live that adventure. You've really got to go and live it. I think you'll be very lucky. But, only you can do it, Libra. Only you can do it. Let's see what's going on with the 3 of Cups. You know the steps that you need to take to make the impossible possible. And you can really, either you're dreaming about a job or, you know, or business or project that you'd like to do. Now, once you start getting out there and getting involved, you'll know the steps you need to take to get to that start. And that is what's going to free you up, I think. It's going to make it so blatantly obvious for you. That's my phrase at the moment, blatantly obvious. This week here seems to be the phrase, seems to be blatantly obvious. It's making it blatantly obvious of where you should be going. With that judgment card, you get the High Priestess. This is really cool. This is giving you really good guidance. The universe here is giving you some very good quality advice. I would pay attention to coincidences, albeit be them very small, but there's going to be a multitude of them. And it's like, you know, do you know how Leonardo da Vinci paints? He paints like in pixels. It's like that. He does these tiny little dots, rather than strokes, as it were. And I think this is what the universe is doing for you. It's painting life in pixels so you can see the bigger picture. And it's really helping you out. Yeah, you know, you've been holding tight and holding on to a mission. And now what you need to bring forward is your ability to be very discerning about how you apply yourself in a mission going forward. You've obviously been on a mission in the past, and it's like you've been doing a horse race. Yeah, it's like you're doing a horse race, but you're pulling the horse back constantly and not allowing the horse to just go for it. And now I think it's kind of like you're kind of going with this here, the overall energies here, and seeing what is possible in the future. I think you're sort of kind of going, okay, to the horse, let's go, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. Yeah. I think if you do not engage in that side of things here, yeah, you could end up boxing yourself in a way that is not good for you. I think seeing the evident path is really important. I think this is where you have the key. There it is there, of this Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles is a bit of a blessing as well. It's an open door. It's, you know, this door, this opportunity there is almost shouting at you. But it's like you're sort of, you don't want to be, you know, kind of going, oh, it's not possible, not possible. Don't focus on your negatives, focus on your positives, basically here. And I think you've got the key to that. That is within you, of going after and allowing it to flow through you. Yeah, with the Nine of Cups, what is you're realizing that is what you seen, what you thought that was impossible. You didn't think you were going to get past the, you know, a repetitive nightmare scenario, or, you know, all that stress that life in the financial world may have created for you. You know, that's the undercurrent there that you need to be wary of, I think, more than anything else. Because I've said it multitudes of times before. I don't want to say it. And for those of you who have been watching this channel for a long time, I often say it to Libra, don't shoot yourself in the foot. And I think this is really, really, really important this week, this coming week here. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. It's not worth it. You'll only have a hole in the foot. That's all it's going to get you. So, yeah, anyway, really lovely though. There's huge amounts of possibilities if you want it. But it's all got to come from you. Life is for living. Yeah. We don't actually own anything. And at some point, everything goes back to the earth. Your telephone, my telephone comes from the earth, and it will go back to the earth at some point. Same with our bodies. So life is for living. So there's nothing to win in life. But at the same time, there's nothing to lose. I would just go ahead and live it. You've got nothing to lose here, Libra. Really. The only thing you've got to lose is by not. You've got life to lose because you're not living it. There you go. Was that a bit harsh? I do apologise. Didn't mean to be. I know a lot of lovely Librans. I have loads of Librans in my life, in one form or another. And, you know, Just want the best for everybody. Anyway, there you go. Yeah, if you want to know about the energies, we've got the stuff over on Cymatic TV. Jump over there, you'll get the information over there. If not, I'll see you over here. Any support that you give to this channel through liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, whichever you see fit in the possibility through YouTube to sort of like show your appreciation is absolutely very welcome. And I thank you very much for all of that. So I'll either see you over on Cymatic TV or I'll see you here, whichever way it is. Don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.